Hey guys, and welcome to this week's ST video, and we're gonna have a look at a pretty obscure American game by the name of Bomber Command, released in 87, 88, not entirely sure exactly when, and I haven't been able to find much information about this one. I couldn't even find a cover for it. I did find an American ad in Start number 5 from 1988, and the game was developed by Mars Software Development, and it's entirely possible that this was a mail-order game only, because again, haven't been able to find any packaging or instructions or anything like that, or a picture of the disc, or any other ad than this one. And it seems like this was the only game that Mars Software developed for the ST, and it's entirely possible it was the only game they ever developed, because I haven't been able to find any information about them except that they were located in Pasadena, California. It's also entirely possible that this game was a US-only release. I did find a French review, so maybe someone picked it up in France, but yeah, not entirely sure. So I haven't got much else to say really, so let's just dive in. And I couldn't find the original release of the game either, only a couple of menu discs and this particular crack here. Yep, no title screen, just straight into the game. And yeah, we do get a title to the right, I suppose, and we also get a Mars logo down to the right, and also some engine sound effects. And I think we're just supposed to press fire, so let's see what happens. Okay, I just restarted the game because, yeah, this doesn't quite work. So how do I... Okay, just touch the joystick. Okay, nice. So here we are taking off with our two buddies, and they just leave me. That's a bummer. This is a little bit like Sevious in the sense that we're supposed to bomb stuff. I think I got hit there. Oh, yeah, the screen goes red when you get hit, which is really rather annoying. The thing is, this is very much just focusing on bombing, and I can't hit anything, can I? And don't, please. And interestingly, when you're attacked by fighters, you switch to machine guns. And I always get hit by something. God! Let's try again. Yeah, we push forward on the joystick and then all of a sudden we take off. Which doesn't make sense because I think we should have pulled backwards on the joystick, right, to take off. But hey! Why is there flak over my own airfield? Oh yeah, the way how the fighters explode is so annoying because you have to avoid the explosions. So I'm just going to avoid them altogether. Let's see if we can carpet bomb this. Yeah, there we go. Oh, and then I fly into some more flak. Take that, evil boat fiend. It's really annoying how the screen goes red when you take damage. But hey, let's see if we can bomb some installations or whatever it is. Maybe gun batteries? Who knows? So, yet another early shooter on the ST. And I mean, graphically, it looks pretty nice. And the thing is, I'm so busy trying to hit the ground targets that I just forget to avoid everything else, like the flak and all that. Is this my airfield, by the way? Maybe not. Let's just bomb it anyway, because who knows? Better be safe, right? It's a bit annoying how the flag just appears out of nowhere. But I mean, it makes sense, I guess. Oh, like that. Come on. Can we bomb the stickman? No, we can't. Yeah, I mean, the graphics looks kind of nice, don't they? For such an early game. Or relatively early game, depending on when this was released. And again, it's a bit like Sevious, only more fun, I would say. Because Sevious on the ST was pretty dreary. I mean, it wasn't bad, but it kind of suffered from the same problem that the arcade game did. It just gets very, very boring. This one is a little bit more fun, I would say. Let's get some supply trucks. kind of like how it's focused on bombing, but with a name like Bomber Command. I suppose that makes sense, right? The sound effects are a little bit annoying, so I'm just going to lower the volume. Okay, let's get the parked cars, because that's brave. Oh, it's planes. I think you have unlimited bombs, so I'm just gonna waste away. And also like that most ground targets can't really hurt us. Take that. Weirdly enough, the train keeps going even if you hit it, so okay. Magic train, maybe. It is kind of tricky to hit the ground targets, but there's a certain amount of satisfaction involved when you do hit something. And again, not a fan of the flak. It just shows up and rains on my parade. And what is going on with the controls? I just kept going left there for whatever reason. And I'm not sure if there are any other controls in the game, because whenever I try to test the keyboard, I just get that silly menu. So if I press any key, I get this. Rather annoying. Makes me believe that it's a pretty old game. Oh. Getting a bit better. Dealing with these guys. Did I get an extra life or something? It went ding ding ding. Can we get some big explosions, please? This must be a fuel depot, so please. The explosions are a little bit puny, but hey. Okay, let's see if we can get the train. Well, kinda. Run, you fools! And it seems like the flak... Oh, shit! Oh, you can actually fly through the enemies? The enemy fighters? Interesting. What was I about to say? I can't remember. Oh, damn it. Why am I going for the fighters? They will just end me. It seems like the flak mostly appears in the middle. So maybe I should just try and stay away. Yeah, it seems like the fighters can just fly straight through me, so I can pretty much ignore them, I think. So it seems like the only thing that can get me is the flak, really. And of course the explosions from the fighters when I shoot them down, so maybe I should just be a little bit more peaceful, perhaps. Don't you guys just wish you'd gotten a parking ticket instead? Almost got the entire train. The scrolling is pretty smooth, although it does slow down when there's a lot going on. Quite noticeably. Can we get the bridge? It doesn't look like it. Oh, well, yeah, we can actually. The game slows down a lot when there's a lot of explosions or burning stuff on screen. Well, I mean, it's maybe not the most amazing shoot 'em up, but it's better than I anticipated, at least. And I would most likely have given it a shot back in the day had I gotten hold of it, but I've never seen this before. Puny boats. Gotcha. Yeah, there is a certain amount of satisfaction to be derived from bombing stuff. Sometimes I shoot the fighters by accident because I want to bomb something and he starts firing instead. And I'm not sure what's going on with the screen sometimes. You just get some weird, like, a glitchy frame. It just appears out of nowhere. Not sure why. It's happening a lot with this particular game. Because it usually happens every now and then, but not this much usually. Okay, take that, you evil train. Yeah, I mean, they are built very sturdily, the trains, because they keep going, even if you blow them up. Take that, bridge. Oh my. Oh, come on! Still don't like the flak. But I think you should just try and keep to the edges of the screen. That's going to make your life easier. And what is going on with the controls sometimes? Sometimes I just go flying to the left for no reason. What the? It just keeps going on its own. Ah, yeah, there's something wonky with the emulation. Okay. Stop flacking me. Yeah, I think there's something wrong with the emulator today. It's just not behaving as it should. I guess if I just hang around here, I could just finish the entire game without firing a single round or dropping a single bomb. Yeah, nothing happens. I think maybe they should have put in a little bit more, effort into this one. Maybe done some testing. I wonder how well it's sold. And also who made it, because I haven't been able to find any names of any devs involved in this one. I think mail order was probably a good way to sell games on the ST in the US, because I've heard many Americans complain that there weren't many commercial ST games around in the US. Hard to find stores that sell them. I don't think the ST was particularly huge in the US, but there seem to have been a few users, so maybe mail order was the way to go. Don't run away! I come in peace! With bombs! Now, it's starting to get pretty repetitive. It's always the same fighters, the same tanks, and actually I got hit by something there, so that was nice. Bit of variation. But you know what? I think I am done with this one. So let's have a look at the only review I can find of it. And the review was in Antic, and they wrote, "The joystick control is usually fast and responsive, although it tends to bog down when the screen is filled with several moving objects. To slow down and simplify the gameplay, not that Bomber Command was easy, in fact it's very challenging, but only for a time. The program is too easy to master and become bored with. Unfortunately, the passing landscape began rerunning like the background of a cheap cartoon after about 2 hours of play and 10,000 points, and play was downhill from there. This was a shame, because the game was fun while it lasted. I would love to give Bomber Command my highest rating, and with a little more variety, perhaps larger and more complex enemy installations to level, I could have done so." Yeah, it's interesting to see that the game was reviewed in late 88, which would indicate that the game was most likely released in 88, at which point there were far better shooters available. So taking that into account, the game certainly isn't fantastic, and they do raise some similar problems I had with the game, and I think I would have played it for a bit back in the day, but it does get repetitive and pretty boring rather quickly. Had they just put some more variety into it, this could have been a lot more interesting, because gameplay is pretty decent, especially if it was released in 87. But yeah, that's a little bit unclear when it was released. And with that, I'm just going to say thanks for watching, hope you enjoyed, and as always, hope to catch you next time. Cheers!